Good evening, everyone. I'm back. I'm your host, Jack Remington, kind of with my tail between my legs. We went 1 win, 4 losses last week, the worst week of the season. They're going to happen, but I make no excuses. I made bad picks. Bad picks. Matter of fact, the one we won, the first pick, the Tennessee Titans hosting the the Los Angeles Chargers, plus 6.5. That was just a cover thing, and it was a 1-point game. We weren't really picking them to win the game. We were looking for the cover, and that's what handicapping in the NFL was about. And that one, we did okay. Then we lost 4 in a row. The next 4, we had the Bears plus 3 at home against the Patriots. The Patriots just outgunned them in the fourth quarter. I overlooked the fact that the Bears have been outscored the most than any other team in the NFL in the fourth quarter. They're obviously not in shape. They got a new coach. I'm just reading between the lines here with what my experience has been in the handicapping world. He's not a seasoned coach yet. Bill Belichick knows when a player is hamming it, just wants a break, and he may or may not give it to him, or have his assistants coaches give him the break, the player the break. That comes with experience and years and hundreds of, literally tens of thousands of players that you're going to be looking at and helping and guiding along and coaching them and teaching them and training them and observing them for decades. We lost 4 in a row. We lost with the Bears as home underdog. Okay, home underdogs have not done well this year. We lost with the Bears hosting, getting 3 points. We lost with that one. We lost with Miami getting 2.5 points at home against the Detroit Lions. We took a road favorite, Dallas plus 2, and they were getting ready to tie the game up with a field goal, and then there's some BS penalty, and then they move back 5 yards, and it bounces off the goal post. And then we lost with my Cincinnati Bengals plus 6.5 against the Kansas City Chiefs. I knew the Chiefs were going to win. I picked the Chiefs on the regular pick'em pool, but truth be told, I thought it would be a field goal game or even overtime game. The Bengals look terrible. Now they've lost 2 in a row. They might be skidding. That Burfict guy, he had the guy in the backfield for a 4-yard loss. He gets away from him, and he turned that into a first down. I mean, that was the game. And then Kansas City started piling along. They got this offense that just cannot be stopped. This week is our bounce back week. But one last word about last week. Okay, the favorites in the NFL. They were 8 wins, 5 losses with 1 tie. The Tampa Bay Cleveland Brown fiasco was a push. Cleveland should have won that game. They blew it again, but they're getting better. Everybody I've talked to had a losing week, but that doesn't excuse my performance. There's been weeks in my lifetime where everybody else faltered and the favorites still overwhelmed, and I still had a winning week. That's the goal. Every week you have to win. Every week, every week, every week. So we're going to bounce back. We're taking the Thursday night special. We're taking the Miami Dolphins plus 7.5 against the red-hot Houston Texans. They started 0-3. And then they finally got off the schneid, and then they won 4 in a row. But 2 of them were division rivals that are on kind of a downswing. And Miami's lost 2 in a row. They got Brock Osweiler, who used to play for the Texans. I'm gambling that Brock Osweiler, that 6'7" behemoth quarterback, is going to know how to play that banged up Houston defense. J.J. Watt's actually questionable. He may not even play. So we're taking the Miami Dolphins plus 7.5, and I know I should have my head examined for that, but this is a hold your nose. We're taking the gift. It's a gift with the 7.5 generous points. Next game, we are going to take the Cleveland Clowns, the Cleveland Browns, plus 8. They're at Pittsburgh. The public, it appears that the public thinks, okay, Pittsburgh got their act together. Tomlin got off his high horse. He's got the players in shape. And Pittsburgh and Cleveland played once this year in Pittsburgh in opening week, and we had the Browns. If you go back and you look at our week 1 picks, we did have the Cleveland plus the generous points. And it's a division rivalry, and Pittsburgh was up 21-7 with just what 5 minutes ago, and Cleveland tied that game up and sent it to overtime and got a 21-21 push tie out of it, but we won with our generous points. We're looking for a same slugfest. They know each other's division rivalry. We're taking what they're giving us. They're giving us generous points. That'll be the second pick in a row where we're just taking generous points. Next game, another generous points play with a division rival. The Denver Broncos at the Kansas City Chiefs. I know the Chiefs are hot. I know the Chiefs are good. Right now, if you put the gun to my head, who's going to be in the Super Bowl? Los Angeles Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Broncos has a defense. Their offense is kind of questionable. Case Keenum, but he's okay, but he's no Peyton Manning. We're taking what they're giving us. Next game is more of a strange play. We're taking the Baltimore Ravens -2 at Carolina Panthers. Now Carolina was down 17-0 to the world champion Philadelphia Eagles. 17-0. I believe it was at halftime, and I was 17-0 with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. But they scored 3 straight touchdowns in the last 20 minutes to eke out a 21-17 win. A hard-fought game. Okay, you got to remember, Baltimore's in the AFC North, and they got to play Cleveland twice. They got to play Ben Roethlisberger, who's a big quarterback. They got to play them twice. The Cincinnati Bengals, they got Dalton. He's not that big, but he's got a rocket arm. Cam Newton brings an extra running dimension, but he's not running anymore. Okay, so he's actually falling into the playing quarterback pattern that the Ravens are used to defending. That's not really a point play; it's a point against play. We're only laying 2 points. 2 points very rarely comes to a factor of a football game. Very rarely. There's 8 games on this slate here. If you look at the screen, 8 games are 3 points or less. So this is if you're a favorite bettor, this is the week for you. If you're a dog bettor, these are the spots I'm picking for now, and I have some bonus picks coming up later. The last game, Monday Night Football. I should have my head examined. I'm taking the Buffalo Bills plus 13.5. I'm taking what the handicappers are giving me, what the Las Vegas Hilton is giving me. They're giving me 13.5 points. They're playing the division rival. They've had a hard year, but they've shocked Minnesota on the road as 16.5-point dogs. They lost 22-0 to Green Bay, but they didn't look all that bad. They just couldn't score because the quarterback was out, and they put that other guy in there, the Peterman guy. New England's going to do just enough to win the game. Belichick is he doesn't run the scores up like he used to because he's soft enough. He knows he has no defense, so he needs to keep his offensive players fresh. So, or if not fresh, keep them in shape and not let them get hurt. 5-yard gain here, 3-yard, tick, run that clock out. Keep that horrendous defense off the field. Okay, that's Bill Belichick's plan. There's the 5 games. Miami plus 7.5, the Cleveland Browns plus 8, Denver plus 10, the Ravens -2, and the Bills plus 13.5. It's the only favorite we're taking is the Ravens. We're taking 400 dogs. Because of the 4 losses, our season total win column doesn't look that impressive anymore. We currently stand at 20 wins, 14 losses, and 1 tie. That's not acceptable. It's still better than most, but not for our standards. I want to get back over 60%, which is bragging rights to anyone listen to me. So we're going to get back over 60%. So we lost our other bonus pick a couple weeks ago, so we're 0-1 for bonus picks this year. We have 3 for you this week. And it's Washington Redskins even at the New York Giants, the 49ers -1 at the Arizona Cardinals, and the Vikings even hosting the Saints. Okay, I know I got done saying how great the Saints are, but this might be a letdown spot for them. Coming off a hard-fought win against the Ravens, they're on the road. Minnesota needs this win badly to stay anywhere near to hosting the NFC Championship game. So I think Minnesota's going to show up. If you like what you see, please subscribe. Thank you. Have a good day.